Whenever the economy gets hard, many small businesses end up being on the verge of collapse. And get this, people who use selling as their main source of income also can see a huge decline during this time. The truth of the matter is this: customers are running scared. Now, what do you think they are going to do when they get scared? They close themselves in, keep their fists tight, and refuse to invest in any luxury. This is their self preservation mechanism against stress. So, what do we do as small business owners when people do not want to spend money? How do we stay in business? Today, I'm going to show you one of my secret techniques that I have learned for survival in my small businesses over the years. Hi, my name is Leah Vona. I have been creating businesses for over 25 years. And this, my friend, is the Leah Vona Show. Welcome. So let me ask you a question. What is the main fuel that business owners can use during adverse conditions? As an entrepreneur, the birth, life, or death of your business is in your hands. Since there is so much at stake, you must learn to rely on something that I call the inner fuel of faith. In fact, since the dawn of creation and over the course of civilization, man has had to rely on this inner fuel of faith. So, one of the main things that business owners use is the fuel of faith, whether they know it or not. Leah, what are we talking about here? What is this so-called inner fuel of faith? Let me explain. You know, everything that moves runs off of fuel. Your business is no exception. Therefore, you as the entrepreneur need to have a driving force that propels your business. Let me give you an example. The car that drives you to and from your office and to your selling appointments has to run on gas. When the tank shows low or empty, you do not stop and put water and put it in the tank, because water is not able to produce the driving force necessary. Of course not. The car can't run on water. So faith fuel works the same way. It has the power to drive your business through the hard times. This unseen dynamic is not obvious to all participants, but it is a common intrinsic factor amongst the winners. The reality is this: all over the globe, when things get hard, bleak, and unbearable, many people fail. So sad. But there will always be a few who know the secret and persist. A few who will rise up in the end. You see, there are hundreds and hundreds of businesses in most markets. Many owners panic during the hard times and either sell, close, or walk away dejectedly and defeated completely. However, there are always and will forever be those of us who pull through. And when the going gets tough, only the strong will survive. Believe you me, one of their main secrets is faith and belief, despite whatever may be happening around them. So when can we load up faith fuel? When we are low. Where can we load this guy up? And where is the station located? The location for the fuel is found inside of us. There are two types of fuel stations, actually. One of the station is a station that you don't want to fuel up at. You know those gas stations that have a low price, but they give you cheap gas? They give you the gas for cheap, yet it seems to burn up so much faster. Not only that, but it also can have dirt that can harm your vehicle. So we don't want to fuel up at this station. The fuel that comes from this station is pure negativity. You see, you definitely want to fuel up. You want that fuel that you're trying to drive your business with to be more negativity. You don't want negativity. Negativity can produce the result that you're looking at, you're not looking for. On the other hand, we have the positive station. That was some typo there. This is a difficult and different type of fuel. It doesn't come as cheap, and neither does it burn in a lousy way. It is true fuel, a sustaining driving force that burns clean. We want to fuel up here. So what is the secret to gain access to this fuel? You may be saying to yourself, that's all well and good, but how can I get access to this fuel? Well, I'm so glad you asked. The main trick is to intentionally remain positive, like I just had to do after that little blunder over there, no matter the circumstances. Did you know that remaining positive is a choice that we can make? Yes, my friend. Yes, yes, yes. The choice is yours, and this is a choice that we can all make. You see, we must deliberately exercise constant strength and resolve in order to dig down deep and gain access to this place. It is not going to just happen automatically. It takes time and hard work. It's something you need to keep fighting for. You need to be brutally determined. You see, this faith fuel is available to everyone. The good news is, everyone who believes and seeks this unseen fuel without quitting can find it. It comes from God. It comes from God, and it causes us to push through any storm that comes our way when all else has failed. So you see, my friend, we can make the choice to remain positive, dig down deep, and find the strength to continue. It says in the Bible that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. In order to win in business, we need to have this faith. It's the true fuel, the driving force that burns clean and will get us through the hard times and to the other side. The decision is yours today, and I hope that you make your decision to persist. It is not easy, but it's worth it. Just start with a whisper and say, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. You will then find the courage and will notice that something roars inside of you and you start to say with strength, I know I can. I know I can. I know I can believe. I believe in you. You must believe in yourself. Now, let's go get it. I hope this helped you today. It has always helped me. At this time, I want to go into the announcement section. We only have one simple little announcement, and we want to announce to you that on Monday, October 20th at 5 p.m., we are going to be hosting the Exceptional Sellers Mindset. It is a live training that is free. And in this event, I will be sharing what is essentially the main mindset secret that has helped me to be able to sell effectively and build my businesses. I hope you come. I hope I see you there. Just find the link and sign up, okay? The next thing I want to do is switch to the favorite part of the evening. And that favorite part is what we call the why factor. What is the why factor? The why factor is where we stop for a brief moment in time and we ask ourselves, what are we doing business for? Why business? Why didn't we stay and work for corporate or work for Uncle Sam, the government? Why did we switch away? What was our mindset at the time of this decision? The why factor. The why factor is because we wanted to be free. When you are an entrepreneur and a business owner, you work for yourself. You are your only person. Limitations come upon you only by what you drive. When you work for corporate and for Uncle Sam, there will always be supervisors, most of them unqualified, having less qualifications than you, and they stand over you and they give you commands. There's a word and it's not coming. There was one time, let me give you a quick little story. There was one time someone invited us to go in to the logistic business that we're doing now. And when we got there, we were given a nice introduction. Everybody introduces their product well, even if they know the product suck. They introduce it and they give you flowers, flowery statements, and this is good and that's good and it's gonna do so much for you, and because they want to get as many suckers as they can get. And you sometimes don't find this out until you get in. And so we were given a beautiful flowery introduction to the logistics business that we bought into. And soon after, we're in about a month, homeboy starts micromanaging us. And I'm like, huh? Boy, do you know where I came from? Do you know the rocky paths I had to climb? Do you know the hills and the mountains I climbed until the sole of my feet got out? Listen, you introduced me to this product. You told me what it can and cannot do, and most of the cannot you did not say. So I'll tell you that I've been an entrepreneur for 25 plus years. I don't mean anything bad, but I have to lay my portfolio on the table. I've been in business for 25 plus years. And one of the main things that made me become an entrepreneur is because I don't like people micromanaging me. So back off. You even have no authority to talk to me like that. You're not the overarching owner of this thing. So why are you trying to become a boss when you're not? Sometimes you have to tell people as it is. I said, I don't like to be micromanaged. This is my business. And I know if I don't work it, I'm not going to make money. You don't have to babysit me. You just give me the running orders in the front, and I am going to enhance and I'm going to grow. because this is for me. This is not for you. It is in my interest that I build this. And he backed off. Maybe he hated me for the rest of the time that he stayed in that company. But I had to let him know, I will not have anybody. I am sorry, and so should you. Why did we get into business? We walked away from corporate. We walked away from Uncle Sam because we did not want anybody to stand over us. Man, if I tell you something today, homegirl went all the way to med school, got her degree in college. Hard. Organic chemistry, physics. Homeboy had nothing, came out of high school, and he gonna stand over me and try to tell me what business is about? I wasn't having him. I'm sorry. And I have no one who tries to come. I will listen to you, and I am willing to humble myself and learn from you, because I see that you have a point of view that could help me and could grow me. But I will not have fools talk into my life and occupy space in my hemisphere. And neither should you. People like to show off themselves and talk a lot of, as we say back in my country, a lot of fart. I will not have people talk fart into my life, because I did the work. I was in the streets, pounding for 25 plus years. And let me tell you something. It's more than 25, because I'm still doing it today. So why did we get in? We get in for freedom. We get in to know that at the end of the day, I can come into my office. I come into my little studio here. I come into it anytime I want. I could get up and toil in the middle of the night when people are sleeping. I was ruled by the British. And there is one thing they used to say. One of the stories they taught us, I think it's, there's a name that they call it, but I can't remember right now. I think they called it Proverbs, right? The heights the heights of something men, the heights of great men, reached and kept, were not attained. It's not coming. Okay, thank you, God. The heights of great men, reached and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling through the night. The why factor for me with my business is freedom. I love freedom. I love to not have to be on the Bell Parkway driving down every morning, starting at 5:45 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I finish my logistic business. I come in. I have my breakfast. I eat. I take a nap. And then I come into my studio. Everything controlled by me. I push myself, and I know that I will push myself hard because it is mine, and I want results. But I don't have a fool over me telling me what to do when they don't even know what they're talking about. Please remember that our why factor makes us take our families seriously, love them, cherish them. We must cherish our husbands. We must cherish our wives. We must not forget that we need to get home Don't get there and she already fed the kids and put them to bed, and your food is left there. It disappoints her. It disappoints him. Let us be good to each other, and let us not let the business take precedence. Years ago, I was told by my pastor that God first. Matter of fact, let me say it the truthful way. It is something that God shared with me in my devotion moments. It wasn't past. The pastor said something else, but it wasn't exactly this. I felt that God told me that He comes first, my marriage with my husband second, the kids third, and anything else after. I hope that you will see the positive things that I'm trying to get you to do. It's a mindset. Everything is about the mind. Everything is about the mind. Have a wonderful evening. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And we used to have something in there that came after the Y factor where we open up for questions. But as you know, we are now building. And so when things pick up and we have responses, we will have fun together. Faith is what I believe in the eventuality that you will be in the chat room talking with me. Have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. It's always a pleasure. Good night.